Hey guys, welcome back to Barry's Corner. It's Emily here, and today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. The mid-year book freakout tag is one of my favorite videos to watch here on BookTube, and also one of my favorite videos to make. I'm so excited to show you guys these books and my thoughts on these books and the questions and my thoughts on the questions. Well, honestly, I genuinely cannot believe it's the middle of the year. Right now I'm filming this in July. I hope I post this in July. But I cannot believe we're in July right now. June was it was non-existent. Where did June go? I have no idea. But I'm excited to show these books to you. But before I do, please subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. All of my social links are down in the description box below, as well as my Amazon wishlist if you would like to gift me a book. Now let's get on into the video. The first question is, what is the best book that you've read in 2021? And hands down, it is Transcendent Kingdom by Yakiasi. This book holds such a special place in my heart. But before I get into that, this is about a girl named Gifty, and her family move from Ghana to Alabama. Why Alabama? If you're from Alabama, no hate. Just out of all the states in the United States, why Alabama? Like, I truly want to know. But basically, it follows this girl named Gifty, and it talks about how her brother died of an overdose and when she was younger, and her mom falling into this depression. And so when she was younger and this occurred, she tried to help her mother by using her faith. And now that she's older, her mother is having another one of her depressive episodes, and now she's trying to help her with her degree, which is neuroscience. And so basically, it kind of follows Gifty's life, and it kind of has like flashbacks from the past to the present, not in a way that you don't understand. It's all comprehensible and it's all easy to understand, at least in my opinion. And it talks about her relationship with the church and relationship with faith and her relationship with science, and also her relationship with her family before the event occurred, when they were younger, and having her dad around. I was about to say spoiler, I'm so sorry. And having, honestly, her mom around before she was depressed. And of course, having her brother around before he died of an overdose. And then that's one part of it, the racism part as well, because of course she's African American, but also the talk about faith. I think a lot of people don't read this book or don't want to read this book because it talks about her relationship with faith and faith versus science, and also why does it have to be faith versus science? Why can't it be faith and science? And I want to tell you right now that it's not about I want to push you towards faith or I want to push you towards science. It is basically about this girl's story, and it's such a good story, and I hope that I show you guys how good this book is. I don't know, I really love this book. Best book of 2021, 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not going to be talking too long about each of these books, but the next question was the best sequel of 2021, and it is The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. Genuinely loved this book. I did not expect it because I didn't really like The Cruel Prince, but each book in the series or the trilogy just got better and better and better. 5 out of 5 stars of Queen of Nothing. Loved it so much. If you don't know what this book is about or the series it's basically about this girl, and her parents died from fairies, and that same fairy took her to the land of fairy, but humans are despised in the fairy realm, and it's kind of impossible for her to get a high ranking seat, but that is what she wants to do. There's so many different plot twists, and there's so much going on. I really loved this book because I feel like everything was complete, especially with the romance. I felt like it was such a big slow burn, and I feel like we finally got it in this book. So good. If you didn't like The Cruel Prince like I didn't, I think it's worth it to continue just for The Queen of Nothing because I really loved it. The third question is a new release that you haven't read but you really want to, and I do not pay attention to new releases, so I don't know if this will count, but Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert. This is the third book in the Brown Sisters companion novel series, and I'm about to read it in July, so I haven't read it yet by the time I'm filming this, and I guess this is a new release. Like, I don't know. I think it came out a couple months ago. Honestly, I forgot, but I really want to read it. I think it's a new release. I don't pay attention to those things. And honestly, the next question, which is a most anticipated release for the second half of the year, don't know. I really don't know any releases that are coming out. The only one that I can think of is An Emotion of Great Delight by Tahira Mafi, which is one of my favorite authors of all time, but I think that came out in June. So I don't know anything to say, but an anticipated or a release that just came out that I really want to read, Eve Brown. I'm so excited to read this book. Question number 5 is biggest disappointment, and I need to take a moment to tell you how disappointing this book was to me. If you don't know, the Shatter Me series is one of my favorite series of all time. This is the last book in the series. I waited a year to read this book because I wanted to have it physically in a paperback, and I was just so excited for this world to end and have this big grand closing, and it wasn't anything of the source. Juliet, the main character, wasn't here. Not like she wasn't there with the rest of the group in this book, but also she wasn't there mentally. So it's like this girl, we finally wanted to have her. We didn't have her in this book at all. We didn't see, like, the whole thing is her and relationship, because I don't want to give a spoiler, her and this guy's relationship, and we're just like, yes, we're finally gonna see them in this book. And we didn't at all. We didn't even see Kenji and her, which I love them together. And then there's so many different things in this book that were like, they built up, like being this other guy's brother. And we're just like, okay, we're gonna find out. Like, they're all gonna find out. This guy's gonna find out that that's his brother, and it's gonna be this big thing. Wasn't a big thing at all. Like, Tahadamafi built up these big things throughout the series, and it was just such a disappointment. Everything was complete, but nothing was satisfying, and it just wasn't what I wanted as a huge fan. I'm so disappointed. On the other side, though, biggest surprise, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This book, I didn't think it was going to be bad. Sorry, I finished it. I didn't think it was going to be bad at all. I definitely thought I would enjoy it. I thought I would give it a 4 stars. But holy crap, dude. I loved this book. One of my favorite books of all time now. Like, genuinely, I cannot believe I waited so long to read this book because it's so good. Like, this is everywhere. Everybody's hyping it up, and I trust it. Trust the hype. I am going to be another person that is hyping it up for you because it's true. You need to read it. It's so good. It's about a girl named Pippa, like, diving into a murder mystery that was solved and closed from 5 years ago. So many twists occur. Like, once the final twist comes, okay, once she finds out whatever, there's another twist after it, and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And for a YA thriller, so good. Question number 7 is fave new author, and this might be a little controversial. Like, I don't know. It's Sarah J. Maas. A lot of people love her and her novels, but I think people don't like her, or I don't know. I'm not on book Twitter. I don't know the drama until people, like, literally tell me. So if you know, definitely tell me down in the comments below. But I never thought I would read the ACOTAR series or Throne of Glass series. I never thought I would, but then I did. I read the first book, and then I read the second book, and oh my gosh, like, I didn't expect to like these books as much as I did. Honestly, I didn't like A Court of Thorns and Roses, the first book, as, like, I didn't really like it. I gave it 3 stars. But the second book, A Court of Mist and Fury, Rysand, although everybody says his name is Reese, I don't care. It's Rysand, in my mind. At least to me it is. Who let her write him? Like, he's such a beautiful soul and such a beautiful being. So I'm definitely going to continue. Definitely a new favorite author of mine. I really enjoy her books. Question number 8 is newest fictional crush. The newest of new is Teddy from First Impressions by Sally Thorne. Sally Thorne is the author that wrote The Hating Game, and Josh is my all-time favorite fictional crush from The Hating Game. Like, nobody can beat Josh. But Teddy from First Impressions, I love him. He's so cute. He's so respectful and funny and nice, and he stays true to who he is, but still is so compassionate towards other people. Like, I love him so much. This is Sally Thorne's newest novel. It's about a girl named Ruthie. She works at a retirement villa, and the retirement villa gets a new owner. Teddy's the son of the owner, and then they live next to each other. It's so cute. It's so cute. The tension. Also, Ruthie's an innocent being. This is an adult romance, so if you're just getting into it, pick up this book because I think this is definitely going to get you into the genre. But she's so innocent, which I love because you don't really see that in adult romances recently. So, yes, Teddy. Love him. Number 9 is newest fave character, and Pippa from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is literally... Number 9 is newest favorite character, and Pippa from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is the last book I read, and I love her so much. She's so sweet and like pure and just so determined and lovely. I love her so much. Pick up this book. Just pick it up. Pippa's beautiful. Number 10, a book that made me cry. Say No More. Of course it was this one. Of course it was so good. Please pick it up. It made me cry. I hope it makes you cry because it's so good. It's so good. Please pick it up. Number 11, a book that made me happy. A book that made me indescribably happy. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I mention this book in every single video that I do because it's so good. It's one of my favorite books of all freaking time. It's amazing. Like, genuinely the best adult romance book ever. It's an office romance. It's a hate to love and enemies to lovers romance. You know you want this book. You know you need to read it. And if people have been telling you that you need to read it and you haven't read it, what is wrong with you? Read it right now. Like, literally make it your next read. It makes me so happy, and I hope it makes you so freaking happy too. The second to last question, and number 12, is the most beautiful book I bought this year. I kind of looked through some stuff. I didn't want to pick gifts because it says I bought. So I bought Lore by Andrew Bracken. I haven't read it. Honestly, it's heavy, and honestly, it's kind of big. I bought this thinking I would read it right away, and honestly, I don't think I'm gonna read it right away. I'm not gonna lie. But look at this cover. Like, Medusa, oh my gosh, dude. Like, everything being, like, white and then her eye being, like, golden. It's so pretty. Like, honestly, what more needs to be said with this book? Now, the last and final question, number 13. What is a book that I need to read before the end of the year? It actually asks what are books, like multiple books that I need to read before the end of the year, but like that's literally every single book on my TBR. So I'm gonna say Act Your Age, Eve Brown, because I need to. I need to, guys. Like, it's, come on. Like, I've put it off for so long, even though I think it just came out a couple months ago, but I put it off in my mind for too long. I'm so excited to read it, and I need to know what the hype is about. Like, literally people skip Danny Brown just to get to Eve Brown. So I'm literally so excited. So yeah, guys, that was the mid-year book freakout tag. I hope that you guys enjoyed all these books that I showed you. I hope that you guys enjoyed my opinion, my disappointments, my surprises. I really hope that you pick up one book from this list because honestly, a lot of these are really amazing. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe, comment down below, do whatever you want to do, and goodbye.